Hello and welcome to this week's instalment of Connected. If you love music, dance and theatre, then get ready for a full star lineup. Joining me today is Tim O'Connor, Artistic Director of Harvest Rain Theatre Company, Eva Vivacia and Annette Scaroni to show us how to shake our booties with Zumba fitness. Paul Adams takes us behind the scenes to show us how much work it takes to get a theatre show to stage. And to finish the show off, we'll be talking with Teal Jakobenko, a former Australian Idol contestant. We will take a look at his journey with Australian Idol and find out what the future holds for his music career. But first, let's check out what's happening in town. From humble beginnings, Harvest Rain Theatre Company began in 1985 as a small Christian drama group at New Farm, Queensland. Almost 30 years later, it now boasts a professional musical theatre company and a hub of creativity for professional development. It's my pleasure to welcome to the show Tim O'Connor, the Artistic Director of Harvest Rain Theatre Company.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Well, as I said in the intro, it's really had quite an incredible rise from the 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Can you, and I guess when you're talking to some of the people who have been around over that time, can they actually believe how it's grown and developed?
Yeah, it certainly has become a company very different to what it was intended to be when it started. As you were saying, it was birthed out of a little church in New Farm as a church drama group, and very sort of accidentally has sort of found its way to where we are now. I didn't found the company, obviously. I'm not old enough. I would have been 2 years old or something when but I sort of took over about 12, 13 years ago, and at a point where the company was branching out on its own, really leaving the church roots behind and becoming established as a musical theatre company, and we've sort of gone on from there.
So how did you come to the role as Artistic Director?
Look, when I left school, I didn't want to go to university, so I wanted to work in the theatre, so I attached myself to Harvest Rain, and I used to answer phones and do whatever, you know, to sort of volunteer in the office, and I basically hung around until they gave me a job. Yes. And over time, I was able to just work myself into the position where, you know, I was sort of running the show. I just had a lot of passion for it, really. I really could see where this company could go and wanted to take it there. So.
Well, you've certainly worked in a variety of roles within theatre, and certainly some of those are big names with Jesus Christ Superstar, and that's again on stage,
yes.
You know, and it continues to cycle around. We
yeah,
see it coming around.
I know it's coming back around again. Yeah, that's right. It's always showing up. It's such a perennial favourite, I think. Yeah.
Joseph from the Technicolor Dreamcoat, that's another favourite. When you're looking at shows like that and you are directing those, how do you go about putting your own stamp on a show like that?
Well, it's really interesting. I'm always drawn to shows because I obviously produce and direct a lot of the shows. So I'm on the ground floor and making them really happen. And I choose shows usually that I can sort of see, I've seen them before and thought, I'd do that differently, or I can see a way that I could spin that differently. And if I've seen something and loved it, I usually think, oh, I'll never direct that. Whereas if I've seen something and thought, oh, I really could see another way to do that, that's where I go. And I try to approach shows as if it's the first production ever done. I don't really pay much attention to what's come before.
Is that about the creative kind of approach to it, or is it sometimes also about maybe making an older production a bit more contemporary?
Very much so. I love doing that. I love taking something. We recently did Oklahoma, which is sort of the oldest musical, and really tried to, it's 70 years old, bringing that into the now, and not necessarily modernising it, but really addressing it in modern day, I suppose, and bringing it to a crowd of people who might not have seen it before. I find that a real fun challenge, yeah.
It must be very exciting to be leading an organisation like this that really is doing a lot of groundbreaking work within the Brisbane theatre scene.
Oh, it absolutely is so exciting. I mean, we often feel as though we're making it up as we go, because we are literally breaking new ground. There has never been a fully professional musical theatre company in Queensland before, so we're finding our way as we go, but it's really exciting.
Well, it is exciting too, because seeing Brisbane and Queensland, for that matter, coming of age to have this, which is just
absolutely.
fantastic.
I think it's a very big part of the growth of Brisbane and of Queensland, to have a company like this and projects like this happening. Yeah.
Now, the never-ending story, that was a big one for you.
That was huge. I had really pursued that for nearly 10 years of my life, to be able to adapt that book and bring it to the stage. So the day I finally got the approval to get going on it, it was wonderful, and I loved that movie and that book as a child. So that was like a very sort of full circle experience for me to be able to bring that to the stage, and it's probably one of the shows I'm most proud of that I've worked on. So yeah.
In terms of the talent pool that's out there, are you starved, or is it in abundance?
No. Queensland is just an absolute like gold mine of talent, and some of the most talented people you'll find in Australia, I believe, live in Queensland. And you can see that across the years. There is real talent in Queensland, so we're very, very lucky here to be able to. I mean, when we run a show, we will have 400 to 500 people audition for a show. It's huge. It's hard to pick. It's hard to choose. So we're
Which
lucky.
is a great problem to have.
It's a wonderful problem to have. Yeah, we're lucky.
Now, the internship program, tell me briefly about that.
Well, that was basically, we've started a full-time musical theatre training course, largely because when it started 5 years ago, there was no other real full-time musical theatre training in Queensland, and we wanted to provide opportunities for young people to be able to train where they lived and get opportunities in musical theatre. And it's also a great way to feed into our company. So a lot of our graduated interns then find paid employment in our shows, and it's a nice pathway into the world of theatre, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And again, too, being more based around QPAC.
That's right.
In a sense, kind of, I guess it's getting your badge, isn't it? Really.
It is. It's a way of working your way up into the industry within a working theatre company at QPAC in a major venue and those sorts of things. I think it's a great course. It's really sort of modelled on the way I got into theatre, which was sort of accidental and kind of ad hoc, but finding your way up almost like a work experience, that sort of thing. So.
Well, we're certainly glad you did.
Yeah,
and glad
me too.
for what you're doing within the organisation. Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Tim O'Connor, and if you'd like to know more about what's happening and showing at Harvest Rain Theatre Company and the musical theatre internship program, you can visit them at the W's, harvestrain.com.au. Coming up after this break, I'll be talking with Eva Vivasha and Annette Scaroni, who'll show us how to dance off those winter kilos with Zumba fitness. Welcome back to Connected. It's spring already, and it's time to get our bodies beach ready. Joining me today is Eva Vivasha and Annette Scaroni to show us a fun way to get our bodies moving and hopefully get us back into shape. How are you, girls?
Very good, thank you.
That's good.
Thank you for having us again, Ashley.
You're very welcome. So, Annette, what is Zumba? We hear it mentioned lots of times. What is it?
Zumba is a fantastic way to lose weight, tone up, and have a lot of fun whilst doing it. It's a low impact class, which is very based on interval training. It's great fun, Latin inspired, and you get to jiggle everything around.
Well, there you go.
It's effectively exercise in disguise.
Okay, so you're having fun but not realising what you're actually doing. That's
Exactly.
a really tricky thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as you said, it's very popular, but is it around the social interaction, people wanting to shed the weight, or just keeping fit? What's the main reason?
The main attraction is that you come along and it's not just the boring same routine every time. Every class is different, everyone enjoys themselves, everyone gets interacted together, and they just get to have a bit of fun, relax, let their hair out for an hour.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we get a little bit of the Ricky Martin stuff happening.
Yes, we do, yeah.
But it is very popular, as the music has really taken off, hasn't it?
Yeah, the music is fantastic. People love the classes because it just creates such a fantastic atmosphere, and you get to do things without realising, as we said before.
Yep, sure. So with Jiggle Jar, why did you get this organisation underway?
All three of the ladies that work for the company, myself, Eva and Kimberly, we all have a massive dance background, and we all fell in love with Zumba and decided, we'd all love to make a company for the greater good, for everyone just to enjoy themselves while losing lots of weight.
Okay, well, for the greater good or not, here we go. Let's see what the Zumba is all about, hey?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But first things first, no one Zumbas in a jacket, Ashley, so let me just take
Well, I
that off
wasn't
you.
sure that I was Zumbering, but
You are
apparently I am.
Zumbling with us today just to
Thank you
demonstrate how
very
very easy it is.
Okay, well, that
Yes.
definitely will be a demonstration for that, Eva.
Okay.
Being totally uncoordinated.
First, we'll do a salsa basic, very simple.
Yes.
You step forward on your left leg, so you step forward,
Yes.
back to centre, and then finish it off with the right on the back.
Okay.
So
That's
if you
easy.
go left,
Forward and together,
Together and back.
back and
Yes,
together.
together.
now what's most important is put the hips in
And together.
Oh, I see.
and you
back
swing
and
Hence
together.
the swinging.
forward and together, back.
So get a little bit of swinging in.
Swing happening.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes. And then you've got to get right back. I'm getting out of this step. I'm telling you.
Back and together.
Okay.
And then it's just a matter of speeding it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forward and
yes.
together, back and together,
okay.
forward and together,
Just
back
gets
and together.
faster and faster
And
as
it
you
works
learn more and more.
All
And
of the
it's-
core.
Yes.
So any of that winter weight that you've put on here, we want to make sure that you get that washboard
So
belly.
is that really fairly equal to, say, like doing the sit-ups and a lot of those other sort of things you'd be doing in a gym where you get to have a bit of fun?
Yeah, we find it a lot more effective as well, where you can be working a lot of different places on your body at once just by doing a simple step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Fortunately, we're out of time.
Oh, really? There's two more moves that I did want to show you today, Ashley.
Do
Can
have
we
a quick
squeeze
time?
them in?
Can we really
Yes.
quickly?
Quickly, shoulder shimmy. Anyone
Yes.
can do it. Shimmy to the side,
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
shimmy to the side, shimmy
I
to
think
the
you
side.
do the shimmy much better than I can
Shimmy
shimmy.
to the side. Now, most
Yes.
importantly, this will be fabulous for those watching at home. If we do ourselves
Oh,
a booty
okay.
shake,
Yeah.
Yes.
Up on your toes,
up on the
Up
toes,
on the
stick the
toes.
bum out and just
Yes.
run.
run.
That's it.
Yay!
There you go. I think we're completely
Very
out of
good.
time. Thank you, Eva and Annette.
No
You're
worries.
It's been
welcome.
wonderful, I think, to have you on the show. Great way to be able to lose the kilos. Jiggle Jar Dance Company, you can find out more about them on their website. It's up online right now for you. So check out what they're doing. Thank you, girls.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And the beauty of theatre is that it teaches us about life, history and culture. It provides a cultural experience like no other and is utterly beautiful and entertaining. From the moment the red curtain is drawn, it seems so effortless. We join Paul Adams on location of his show 1066 to tell us exactly what happens to make a theatre show stage ready.
Hi, my name's Paul Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Small Crown Productions. I own and operate Small Crown Productions. We're a small independent theatre company, film company. We play across both theatre and film, doing things that inspire us, things that we want to do, stories that we want to tell. I have a deep passion and love for history, and that was one of the things that really inspired the creation of our current show, 1066, the Bayeux Tapestry Brought to Life. It's the story of William of Normandy, who became William the Conqueror after he defeated Harold Godwinson at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. The entire show is based on the Bayeux Tapestry. We've taken the tapestry as a starting point, done further research into the people involved, or the people depicted rather in the tapestry, Harold, William and all of the generals, Odo the bishop and a whole bunch of those guys, and researched them, researched the events themselves to create this story. The show itself runs for about 67 minutes, so it's actually only just over an hour long, but it is action-packed and it doesn't stop. It's been written in the style of Greek chorus work, so that the actors, 7 actors that we have on stage, essentially once they're on stage they don't leave the stage for the entirety of the show, which is a massive workload for them as actors. And apart from the individual roles that they have, they also all play members of the chorus. So for some of them, they have 5 or 6, no, actually about 8 different roles if you combine all of the different chorus groups together that they play. So it's a massive, massive workload for them, and it's a very tiring show. We're really blessed that we've received a lot of in-kind support to make this show happen. And independent theatre really can't happen in any great way without a lot of support. So we've been very blessed to be able to get access to the Collectors Cafe here at the Queensland Museum. It's an amazing venue, it's a beautiful space, and to be able to be performing this show in the museum in this space is fantastic. And we wanted a real epic scale, and so this room is fantastic. It has a really wonderfully high ceiling. We have windows up here. As an audience member, you get to look out into the sky from your seated position, and it just creates a sense of scale that we really wanted for this show. Yeah, we've received all of the paint from Dulux for free. We received sponsorship from 4MBS Classic FM that did radio interviews and adverts for us. So there's a lot of people that have come together. We got all of the images for the tapestry for free from a gent in Battle in England who actually runs a website based on the Bay of Tapestry and the Battle of Hastings. So we've been really lucky to have that, and to be able to put this show in this scale into this space has been absolutely fantastic. Theatre is not a one-man show. One man might get an idea, but you cannot make a show like this by yourself. And we've got 7 actors that are doing a stellar job bringing this show to life. But without the crew behind them to actually make the show happen, they would have nothing to do either. So we've been really, really blessed to have this amazing crew of over 35 people involved in the show in different ways, from myself in the creation of the concept and then co-writing and co-researching with Penny Farrow, Belinda McCormack, our designer, Alanya Bridge, our choreographer. We've got all of these people, lighting designer, sound designer, who wrote a theme song for our Bay of Tapestry. It's just incredible work, right through to our front of house people, all of who have volunteered their time. To put in something like 70 or 80 hours of rehearsal, there would be over 100 hours of construction time alone in the set and the design work. It's a mammoth job, and when you look at all of the elements combined right through, you just blown away by the effort that people put in. And when you consider that we're all doing this because we're really passionate about making this show happen, when none of us getting paid, it's just incredible. It's amazing that you can get a team together of people so inspired by theatre, by the work, by the story, whatever it is that brings them to the project, to do this and to make it happen. It's just been sensational.
On Australian Idol and what's been happening in his life since he was doing the show. So join us again straight up after the break. Welcome back to Connected. Joining me in the studio is former Australian Idol contestant Teal Jakobenko. Teal, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Great, good to have you with us. A lot of things have happened for you since Idol and being able to get into your own career. What's happening currently?
Yeah, well, I had a bit of time off after Idol, as most people would know, trying to follow me on the internet. I got married and just wanted to get my life on track a little bit, but then just slowly started releasing myself out there into the wild again in the music industry. And
was it good exposure for you to go through?
Oh, it definitely was great exposure. You can't deny that. I think the biggest challenge now is to sort of show people the musician inside of me, and just to show the style that I would have liked to have portrayed on a show like that.
Sure. Certainly pulling some big crowds. I understand about 50,000 in China.
Yeah, I actually got really lucky. After the show, I was nothing to do with Idol or anything. I got invited to go sing in China in front of, I think it was about 100,000 people actually. But it was great experience.
Fantastic. And you've been with Good Charlotte, Evermore, a few groups.
Yeah,
like
a few little support sort of gigs over the years. But
that's fantastic.
now just really trying to focus in on this newfound style. And
I guess aptly named Good Time to Start Now is the EP.
Yeah, that's right. The EP's Good Time Start Right Now, but today I'll be playing a song from that EP that I don't normally sort of play as the number one choice. It's a bit more of a slower song because I like to sort of get out there and pump it up a little bit, but we'll give it a go.
Going to keep us a bit mellow. We'll
yeah,
hand
that's
it over
right.
to you. Thanks very much.
No worries,
Teal.
mate.
Thought you would stay, but what did I know? I'm always here, but you never show. I have discovered, now I see clear, this is all wrong to put this on me. It was your beauty hypnotize me. But what was on the inside, I couldn't see. And I should have learned who you are, the devil's own partner. And I want you to stop this make-believe. I want you to stop misleading me. It's just a cruel reality. I want you to stop. It's killing me. A man can forgive, but can he forget the past and present? Your future is set, yeah. Now I have learned who you are, the devil's own partner. And now I want you to stop this make-believe. I want you to stop misleading me. It's just a cruel reality. I want you to stop. It's killing me. Can't believe you're standing right in front of me, looking like you done nothing wrong. Turn it round, then you put it back on me. You've been the devil all along. I want you to stop this make-believe. I want you to stop misleading me. It's just a cruel reality. I want you to stop. It's killing me. I want you to stop. I want you to stop. It's just a cruel reality. I want you to stop. It's killing.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And we certainly wish you all the best. The album, or the EP, is out now, so people can find out more information on your Facebook page.
Yeah, that's right. And on iTunes, you'll be able to stumble upon it as well.
Okay, well, look, thank you so much for being with us. And our thanks also to all of our guests being on the program today. Don't forget, you can stay connected by going to connectedtv.com.au. Until the same time next week, stay connected.